Victor, what would you like to see in EMU's next president? What are the characteristics that you hope this person has and that will help the institution most?
Well, generally speaking, I'd like to see someone who's professional, charismatic, and someone who's able to be the center of attention when necessary, but take a step back when not. But ultimately, I think someone who can connect with students and also faculty and staff, but then also maintain a relationship with the community.
Are there any special characteristics EMU has which make this a particularly challenging job and that the candidate needs to respond to?
Definitely. I mean, you have people from not only all over the country, you have people from many of the regions in Michigan, of which some say that Michigan is one of the most segregated states. I say that's an opportunity to explore the diversity of it and also see that the cultural diversity is something that we should use as a tool to keep Eastern distinctive and keep it a leading institution across the nation for all sorts of things.
What's your position?
I am a Director of Technology Support Services for the College of Arts and Sciences.
What are the characteristics that EMU's next president should have? What are the
Well, probably three. He needs a good understanding of economics and the ability to work with people in Lansing to get us some money. Needs the ability to work with faculty. They're sometimes a difficult group to work with, and they have their own ideas of how the university should be run. So I guess a good facilitator, someone who can bring the different groups at EMU together and work together instead of fighting each other a little too much.
Does EMU present any specific or distinct challenges to a new president?
Well, the new president's, there's a fair amount of hostility towards the administration by faculty, by some faculty, and he'll need to be able to work through that to get to a better understanding with the different departments, the different groups. It'd be good if he could she could bring in the different groups other than faculty on campus to work together to really create an EMU environment and culture.
Somebody that will restore trust to the campus community, as well as someone who is a strong leader and who can work well with the unionized environment, as well as somebody who really cares about the academic mission of the university, and somebody that will listen to the staff, faculty, and student opinions, and basically somebody with high integrity and honesty would be the key thing.
EMU is an especially difficult place to be a president, and that requires specific characteristics.
I don't think it's a particularly difficult place, but basically we've had a few issues in the past with some of the presidents we've had, so we really need a strong leader that can take on the challenges of this institution and lead it into the future well.
I think we need to have a president that is not only engaged in what's going on at the university, but personally I'm looking for a president that's also engaged in the community, somebody who wants to foster those ties between the university and the city of Ypsilanti and the surrounding community.
Does EMU have any special characteristics that make it a particularly difficult place to be a president or requires a specific individual or abilities?
I don't think Eastern has anything that is an impediment to being a good president here, as long as somebody is not stuck on looking toward the past. I think what we've suffered from lately is people focusing on things that have gone wrong in the past, and we need somebody to simply perhaps acknowledge that, but to move forward.
What's a key aspect or key traits that EMU's president must have?
Well, the president of EMU must have an understanding of the students to know what we're going through. He also has to have great people skills. He also has to be able to fulfill promises that he is going to want to fulfill. Don't just tell us that we're getting new computers. Don't tell us we're getting new textbooks. Don't tell us we're getting new classrooms. actually fulfill his promises as to what he's doing, what he's going to do. So has to have the ability to go out to the community to get EMU's name out there, to talk up EMU, to fulfill his promises that he wants to fulfill to keep EMU running as smoothly as it's going.
As the next president,
Yeah,
what should that person bring to the table?
Well, I think the person should bring to the table an ability to listen to the students and listen to the line worker. Line staff, the personnel that are having direct contact, should be the ones, in my opinion, that should be receiving the high salaries and not the administrators.
Well, some of the characteristics should be that the president should make him or herself more accessible to the students.
Are there any particular aspects of EMU that make it more challenging for a president, or that the president needs to be aware of?
Well, with a lot of the things that's been going on here in the past year, I think it would make it more difficult for the president of EMU, because it's now been somewhat of a shadow of darkness cast over the name of Eastern Michigan University. So with the president coming in, it's like they have to overcome that adversity.